What's up, Internet Land? Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, and today I have brought with me a guest reviewer.
Mark Neo Reviews, greetings programs.
And instead of doing a toy review, where usually I pull out a toy and I'm just like, hey guys, look at this toy, isn't that cool looking and whatnot? We've decided to review an entire toy line. Now this is a toy line that is kind of near and dear to my heart, in that when I was a kid, I had a bunch of these, and then I lost them all. And then my friend here, he discovered
Well, I grew up with a weird little niche-er part of the niche, and in going after those, I got some of the main ones, so ended up having just a bunch of shit to go over, and I figured, fuck it, let's go ahead. Wow, I do not normally say that.
You're on my channel now, bitch.
But yeah, no, I'll go ahead.
For kids.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I figured we'd just go ahead and look at, I'd bring them all over here and we'd look at everything. So we're going to start with...
So first of all, let's talk about the ZBots. So
the real
ZBots.
things.
These are little PVC robots. This one's based off of Johnny Five. I swear he is. Somebody might say that he's based off of that little like Nintendo robot. I don't know.
Somewhere in between for sure.
But yeah, there's all just basic, extremely basic PVC figures. Usually, 5 POA. Maybe more if they have like additional limbs. Some of them have like rolly wheels. If you're lucky, some of the rolly wheels don't work so good. And just really, really, really basic figures that do really basic things. They were fun little toys. Back when I went to church, I never went to church without some ZBots on me, because I tell you what, man, that's what made life worth living, right there.
See, I think I had my ZBots when I was too little to take them to church. As well as, when you're in the little Pentecostal place, if you bring something, everyone has to be allowed to play with it.
Everyone's gotta have one.
And I was not... I share things with people on the internet. I share my thoughts.
Right.
I don't share my shit.
Yeah, well, there's that. Some of these ZBots, I never had anything. This is a new concept to me.
Yeah, these are
chompy robots.
Yeah, the bite bots they were called. And just it's either just a 4 POA robot, or you fold them over and now they've got a big mouth, and for some reason this one has a spotted tongue.
Oh, maybe it's got scarlet fever.
It's got something, that's for sure.
That's a symptom of
Oh my god. Wait, you just showed me something I didn't know about this guy when you were messing with him.
Yeah.
Look at the roof of his mouth.
Does it say
hi?
It says hi on. No, it's HH.
Is it?
Yeah, look.
It looked like it said hi from where I was sitting.
It sure did.
Okay, that's less cool now. But...
I'm sorry, I ruined it all for you.
And then this guy's just got a silver roof of his mouth.
Yeah, but look. He's got like a little face, like a little green like Zaku head inside there.
Oh, he does actually.
I don't know. Maybe that's his robo uvula. I said uvula, guys. Jeez. These ones have got the head moves and the legs move and the arms move and the wings move.
Yeah,
so that's cool.
This guy was always my favorite. I had one just like this when I was a kid. I think he came with the one big vehicle I had.
Okay, this one's mine now.
No. But yeah, I had one vehicle for all of my ZBots, both this line and the stupid sub line. I want to say it was called the Fang Fighter.
The Fang Fighter.
Yeah, and I don't even know why I had the robots with it. I had him and a red and white repaint of him. I think they came with the vehicle, but they were just thrown in at random for some reason. Because they're not documented as coming with the Fang Fighter.
Some of my most prominent ones is I had a blue version of this guy. And then I had this one, which was a Burger King exclusive.
And the Burger King ones only have 2 points of articulation.
Well, yeah.
They fuse their arms and legs,
You
but
gotta save money when you're going to Burger King and getting kids' meal toys. It's the
Yeah.
same. It's the same. Like,
to be fair, the
size.
fact they left them articulated at all.
it's the same like size and build quality. But anyhow,
I mean, he's got the same head as these guys, basically.
well, there you go.
It's like a little shorter, but
It's molded on.
yeah. Remember, 2 POA.
2 pure.
And of course, the transforming morph bots
Oh,
that
yes.
showed that these were what was competing
Transform.
with G2 Transformers G2.
Right? But this guy here, I always liked. Freaking combiner guys. I never had this particular one. The ones I had was, there was a white one. There's a like white and blue one. I don't remember what he was called. And then I had like this like orange and yellow construction one. And they were fun. But so I was talking with the Arc Neo Masato, and he was like, yeah, they made like mini ZBots, and I was like, yeah, I remember those. And he's like, I have a whole bunch of them. I was like, dude, we should review the entire freaking toy line.
And so I went and got the entire freaking toy line. And the figures for it fit in a single pencil box.
So these guys, I'm just gonna bring out my example here. Oh, where'd he go?
There it is.
Yeah. So a lot of them are repaints or like scaled down versions of their bigger guys, but like, with less, like this guy's got a waist joint, this guy doesn't. This guy's got a neck joint, this guy doesn't. This guy's got 2 fully functional arms. This guy has 1 arm that goes through his torso.
And that's basically what you get for all of these guys. They have arms and or legs.
But they're also freaking cute. Look at this one. He comes with a ray gun and a dildo. Come on. You can't. That's fantastic. This guy, overly aggressive, always got his sword up. Unless, wow, he's got the like.
Yeah,
He's got the like sexual pervert hand going on right there. Jeez.
Yeah. I had, this is one of the 10 in this pile that's actually from the ones I've had since I was a little kid. I always hated him because of how worthless his arms were.
But like, he can sword things.
Yeah.
And then he can like
But
cop a field.
But then you've got, the tiny version of this guy.
One who doesn't have moving wings.
He does, because they put the wings on his arms.
Well, okay, they rotate, but they don't go up and down.
It's something.
All right, semantics. Let's talk about all the semantics, I guess. Did they make a big version of this guy?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
That guy had a big version. All of these did have a big version.
Oh, okay.
There's one other guy here.
They should have made mini versions of the combining ones.
That would have been so cool, actually. I'm kind of sad they
So the
didn't.
line came out in 1992, right?
The core ZBots line did.
And then this line came out in 93. So
Yeah.
did they even have the combining ones yet? When did the combining ones come out?
I believe the combining ones were part of phase 2 out of the 4 phases they had.
Well, he says 93 on him. So.
Yeah, 93 had phases 2 and 3.
Wow. What a dickhead.
Ha! I know I am. Oh, and fun thing about the link bots here.
Yeah.
If you went to KFC enough times, KFC had 2 link bot teams you could get out of the kids' meal.
Really?
Yeah. You got 1 of 6 figures each time you went, and you hoped you got the right set of 3.
I should have eaten more chicken nuggets when I was a kid.
Well, I mean, that would be your very problem. Remember, it's KFC. KFC doesn't give you chicken nuggets. They give you chicken tenders.
Well, I mean, chicken tenders are just grown-up chicken nuggets.
I mean, fuck it. I always got the drumstick there. Drumstick was life.
I never enjoyed eating meat off the bone. That's always been my thing since I was a kid.
I love having a bone in my mouth. Wait, what?
Oh my god.
This is what happens when you take me off of my channel.
You're all prim and proper on your channel and just freaking potty mouth on mine. All the dirty jokes have come from you so far. Well, I mean, except for the comment about the dildo, but that's what it had.
Right. I mean, I did manage to not make a Bill Cosby joke about the one that's just got the dildo in one hand and a stun gun on the other.
No, let's not go there.
No, let's not. No pudding pops tonight.
Yikes. So these guys also have vehicles, yeah?
Yes, and the vehicles for these guys and the big ones all had the same gimmick, where, again, because these were what was competing with G2, the vehicles all open up into bases.
Oh, yeah, because we had base modes like Metroplex and Fortress Maximus.
Yeah, and also, technically it was tail into G1, but a lot of the Action Masters came with transforming vehicles as well.
Right.
Also, I just want to throw it out. This was my absolute favorite of the 10 I had when I was a kid.
Why?
I just loved his look. That really is all there is to it. They actually call him Kazi. I always called him Dragonfly. And
They called him Cosby?
Kazi.
Oh.
As in kamikaze. There's a bit of... on my channel, I'm going to literally just sit down and say the names of all 73 of these idiots. There's a few names where you can tell this was a 90s toy and they didn't care. One of the vehicles, the gimmick is that it brainwashes them. They're robots. You should be reprogramming them. Nope. They straight up say brainwashing.
I was going to say, I already got that at church.
But I was very happy in collecting these to find out that the mold that was my favorite was also the single most reused mold. There's if I remember it, there's either 10 or 11 that look like this. And that makes me so happy. And then you've got him, where it's the one time they took the torso of this one, but they made it a different... They actually gave it the arms and legs of the propeller-headed guy. Oh, and then here's just a funny one for Nintendo to know about, actually. This guy was named Zant. Before Twilight Princess came out. You know, who you... spoilers for an old game. The guy you think is the main villain of Twilight Princess stole his name from this.
That's actually Xantendorf.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's always a endorph at the end.
It's always endorph. And it's always the endorphins?
Yes.
Fucking endorphins. Get me in trouble all the time. Alright, let's see a vehicle.
Alright, we'll have to get some little idiots out of the way.
Get some space.
We will start with, I believe this thing was called Spy Base 7.
Spy Base 7.
Yes. It is...
Was there a Spy Base 6?
You know, in what 3 paragraphs of lore these things had, there might have been.
Ow, I'm getting somewhere with this.
You have already gone too far with it.
What?
These things are very, very simple in their transformations. There you go. That's your spy base. And as the big Z on the front shows you, this was used by the heroic ZBots.
Oh.
Not the evil voids.
I thought, so it's not a Power Rangers thing.
Nope. No Lord Zed, unfortunately.
It was Zordon. Z for Zordon. They took and they put Z's on all of the Zords because I don't know why.
You see, to me, I just think of Lord Zed because he just had a big Z on the end of his staff.
Well, he was the guy who was very obsessed with himself.
I mean, he was married to Rita, so...
I guess you'd have to be narcissistic to be married to Rita.
But yeah, there's not a whole lot to the base modes themselves.
Is that it for pegs on this guy?
Yep. They usually just had pegs in or near the cockpit. He's got a little rotating gun in the front. This is supposed to be like a laser beam transmitter, and you've got your radar.
Radar.
It's a radar.
A radar.
And I'm shocked the stickers are still on this thing.
And you've got little steps here. And the guy can stand in there and do his stuff.
And you can pivot the top guns a little bit.
You got over here, you can communicate with your friends. Do robots have friends? Or do they have sub-programs?
I'm not sure, but I'm confused by something now.
Boy.
I know this is supposed to be a ZBot vehicle, specifically for the Zs. They put a Void logo down on the floor there.
Huh. Well, clearly, this is where you put a Void. You just plunk him right there, and then he's trapped inside the Void trap.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, no, that's how it is. That's how it is.
You know what? It's a 90s toy. That is how 90s toys work.
I have a perfect recollection of everything from the 90s, so...
Yes.
I now declare that to be the truth. That's cool.
Alright. Squeaky wheels. If you want to hand me the yellow one. That was Turbine X, I think. Something stupid like that.
Turbine X.
Now, this is the one where I get the most autistic over.
Oh boy, here we go.
You
said the A word. Let's go. Full tilt.
Specifically because, like, I've remembered...
Are these not standing pegs for that?
They are, but this guy tends to be a little sticky. A couple of these guys, their pegs got a little paint in them.
I was gonna say, don't tell me about the toys you have that are sticky.
No. But no, for ever since I was a little kid and got like my 10-pack of these little ones, I have remembered the cross sale pictures like every few days. This is the one in particular I wanted so much. And like, it's one of those ones where it's like, after you get it finally... For one, little kid me was not very smart. I thought this thing was, like, really, really big.
What the F is this all about?
I will show you those in a second.
Explain it to me.
Okay, well, you have to stand it up. And this was actually the hardest to get a hold of accessory. Because everything we're looking at here is complete, actually. Like, there was a specific set of 3 that came with this. I've got them all. Hardest to find accessory for this thing is a pair of these.
Are these zip lines?
Yes, these are zip line platforms. You stick your little dude on them, stick your suction cup somewhere, and they kind of slide down if you vibrate them enough.
This guy doesn't want to stick on his peg.
As you can see, absolutely riveting.
Dun, 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 dun. That's the wrong song, isn't it? No. It was the 90s. That was the right song.
Yep. Come on, it's indie. That's always the right song. Let's be honest. And then
That's weird.
The best part is the actual turbine on the back. This is the way you're supposed to use it. Because that's where they do the flight training for the flying ones.
It's dope.
It would work better if there was a way to spin it faster. Yeah, clearly these are 90s toys where you were supposed to have imagination.
Even the football goon can raise his football.
Yeah. Well, the little football goon can.
That's what I've got.
Yeah, the big football goon just splits his seams because they gave him too much shoulder pad. Because they didn't think this one through.
I shall now call you Uncle Rico.
Alright. And...
Alright, hit me with the next one.
The Brainwash Mobile.
The Brainwash Mobile.
It's called the Alcazar. All the vehicles had a little single panel comic on them, and they straight up, this is the thing where you get brainwashing in ZBots. Not reprogramming, like you would expect with, robots, brainwashing. That also is an annoying vehicle to try to get complete because you have to track down 4 different guns as well.
Where do the brainwashing victims go?
Usually they just get clamped onto by these string clips. And they just grab you and brainwash you from a distance.
From a distance. How do they grab it?
The only picture they show of it actually happening is they have that snapped around a guy's leg.
You can brainwash someone through their leg?
Apparently.
Man. CIA had it all wrong.
Right. This is again where you get a little bit of the funny.
Here we go.
That funny darkness.
Here we go. Oh. No.
This is where you get a little bit more of that funny 90s like darkness on top of the brainwashing thing. Because this is, as the faction symbol here shows, vehicle used by the evil voids.
Evil voids.
The particular ZBot that comes with this vehicle was named Prisoner.
Prisoner.
Priznr. Prisoner. Might have been 2 Z's. Everything here was spelled stupid because 90s.
The 90s.
I mean, it was spelled radical, man.
The 90s enjoyed their Z's and their X's.
It was totally tubular. And he was one of this mold.
One of.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can all figure it out when you read off the names of every single one of these idiots.
Oh, I'm going to make a video. In that idiot video, that's going to be labeled which ones came with what vehicles. I'm going all in to make like the penultimate.
Or
ultimate.
I was going to say, you mean there's going to be one after that?
The ultimate. This is why I edit my shit instead of trying to do it in one take. I'm stupid. But no, yeah, I will be doing a video where I just go through and effectively catalog them. Which ones come with what vehicles, what their names are,
I feel like
which are from what set.
I feel like these guys were separated at birth.
Yeah, Taz and Puny kind of look like that, actually.
Because
the fact they just straight up named it Taz. Come on.
They're just their colors match, but they're opposites. Oh, too hot for YouTube.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. All
right. So that's the last of these small vehicles. Each of the small vehicles came with 3 ZBots. I just realized how stupid that is. The toy line is called ZBots. Half of them are voids. At least Transformers, the toy line was not called after one of the factions.
I don't know.
But here,
I mean, weren't they called Cybertrons in Japan? They were still branded as Transformers in Japan, weren't they?
Yeah, there were still Transformers there.
Transformers.
Trying to find this name.
Robots who like guys.
Ah, the Clashinator.
Clashinator, dude, that's a cool name.
Yeah. So, some of the names on these things went kind of hard.
Is this a good guy or a bad guy thing?
This is a bad guy one. It's got the weird horned V on the side.
I gotta find only bad guys to put on. That's a good guy. He's a bad guy. He doesn't fit.
Here, put the basketball guy in.
Basketball guy. He's like, I'm gonna throw it for a mile.
Actually, no. With that blue ball, he's a Gungan.
Oh man, that feels like I could like sit back and just like gaze into that for a long time.
There's even a peg spot inside. They molded chairs in the cockpit.
There's only one peg, but there's 2 chairs.
Yeah.
What kind of bull crap is that?
No, you want bullcrap? Look inside the main bay here. You've got stickers for garage doors on the back.
He's got garage doors, but they don't go anywhere.
Yeah, they didn't even put a sticker on the back side of it.
At least there's space in there. Like, I could feel from my fingers to my fingertips, there's probably about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter of space in there. You know, about that much.
Yeah.
Those could be storage lockers. I'm just saying. All right, this guy is a void. This guy is going to be in charge of this whole ship. He goes in there.
And we seal him in.
And we seal him in.
And then we load up the actual working missile. Because I miss when toys were allowed to shoot things and had choking hazards and don't shoot it in your brother's eye warnings. I didn't have a brother to shoot in the eye, but that's beside the point. I wonder if I can hit the camera. I'm attempting to not hit the co-host. Come on. I know you fire. I did this the other day. Why do you now decide not to go?
Are you having technical difficulties?
We are having technical difficulties. The missile apparently... There it goes. You just have to push down really, really hard, apparently.
Do I need to use my... Son of a bitch.
Try the other one.
I lost it.
Retrieval. Man down.
This one looks like it's been chewed on by someone's chihuahua.
They both do.
Alright, let's see if it'll go. How hard will it go? Son of a gun! I could have done that!
Yeah, these...
If my aim was on par, wow!
These the springs in these missiles are actually pretty good.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid!
And then after you pull the missiles out, you can use those as more figure pegs if you want.
The 90s did not fuck around, man.
Right.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
But mostly it was the best of times.
Mostly it was the best of times. You know
we had the Clashinator.
You know what? Toyline from the 80s. Do you remember Keyforce?
I think I've heard
or
the
maybe it was
name.
It was 90s. It was 90s. Keyforce.
I think I've heard the name. But...
They were these freaking cars, right? And then they come with a key, and you stick the key in the back, and you turn it, and they just like that. And they were so badass, dude. I had this like cop car thing, and I had this hot rod thing with giant freaking tires, and I actually got the cop car for Christmas, and I couldn't wait for Christmas, so I actually went in and snuck it out from under the tree, took it back to my room, carefully opened it, pulled it out, played with it, applied all the stickers, and then repackaged it up, rewrapped it, put it back under the tree, and acted very surprised on Christmas Day.
I mean, it was so nice of Santa to pre-sticker your toy for you.
Yeah, nobody noticed that it came with the stickers on it already, but you know what? Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. That was the same. I think that was the same year that I got a G2 Snarl.
Huh.
Anyhow, I'm getting on all of the side trends.
The last vehicle. The X Terminate 5.
But it's a good guy ship.
Yes.
But it has a bad guy name.
Yes. 90s.
90s. Those are back in the day when Rambo killed everybody.
Right.
What's this feature on here? Oh, it's
got stairs. Yeah.
It's got stairs. How cool is that?
Completely worthless, but it's still a neat touch, actually. I mean, there were stairs on the X Terminate 5 on its little ramp.
Yeah, I saw that. That's the green one, right?
That's the tank.
Oh, well, the green one had stairs too. I guess they all had stairs.
The one little touch I like, this boom that they put in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. That's way too much fun. Look at that. Look at that.
This is shockingly close to the Fang Fighter that I had for the big ones. This is very similar, actually, in terms of how it works. And of course, it's got one working missile and one storage slot. It's not broken. That one truly is just a storage slot.
What was the MSRP for this back in the day?
I want to say this thing was like $15-20. It's a little hard to figure that one out.
Of course, in like 80s money, that would be like $60 these days.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe more realistically 40.
Some of the Amazon listings, eBay listings I've seen for these things, like still have, if they're in package, they still have their KB Toys sticker on them.
Oof.
And
KB Toys.
Yeah,
I remember you well.
You got 15 of these little guys for like $5. The one 10-pack they did.
That's why they look so cheap, by the way, guys.
Like the normal vehicles were $6 each.
I love how this dude is all like hunched over and whatnot. First of all, he kind of throws off the vibe of the like ED-209, but like with a propeller on his head, right? Tell me I'm wrong.
I can see it. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong, because I think you're right.
Also, you just like stick him at his control station, and he just is hunched over it like a Walmart cashier who's spent 50 years working the register. Oh, looks like it's my job still. Oh, can't wait till my 9 to 5 is over.
Okay, now I know you said 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
But now I'm thinking it's a 95. Like dystopian future Walmart. You have to work for 95 hours straight.
Oh, isn't that current Walmart though?
Except in the states where they at least pay attention to labor laws.
I don't know, man.
We don't live in one of those, but...
I used to work at Walmart, and there are some people there who worked a lot more than I think they should have.
I mean, to be fair, I think anyone who works at Walmart at all has worked there more than they should have. Shop local, people.
Not just your local Walmart.
No, actual local. Loco.
Shop loco.
I mean, I do that anyway. That's why I bought all this crap.
It's like the time we went to Walmart and I was dressed as a Sith Lord. That was you, right?
Yeah, that was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. It's the little things I do for everybody.
Yes. Just keeping life entertaining. They made the little tiny blaster at the front rotate.
I dig it.
Like this.
I dig it.
These things are dumb, but they're so much fun.
Right? There's just... I almost feel like there's like an integrity to 90s toys that you don't really get these days.
Filthy.
Because like if this was a 20s toy, that would have just been sculpted on.
Oh, everything would have just been sculpted. The missiles wouldn't,
Jeez.
do the thing.
I almost blew a hole in my drywall, man.
These guys, they've only got 2 points of articulation. If they were made now, 0. They would be completely static.
Right.
probably molded in a single color.
Well, I'm you know, I'm having flashbacks to, you know, some of the stuff that Hasbro's put out recently. Like, somehow, despite there being like 40 years of innovation, their like modern MicroMasters suck compared to their old MicroMasters.
Yeah, I was really let down with a lot of
Stuff like
those.
that. Like, I never picked up any of the MicroMasters. Well, no, I did pick up one set because they combined into a space shuttle, and I have got the softest spot for the old space shuttle.
I think that was like one of the two only close to good sets too. I liked the two that became the oversized fire truck.
And
that one was okay.
I never handled those ones.
I can change that if you want. You know I've owned way too much crap.
Though a friend of mine has got them because he looked everywhere for them, and I finally found them at a Target one day. But like, I don't know, man. Like toys just seem to be getting like cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, and like less build quality to them. And like, sure, these are like 2 POA figures, but like, if they were built these days, they would have, you know, 1 or 2 POA and no paint apps.
Well, never mind that a lot of these ones with the wings, they took the time to paint the backside of the wing a different color. Not all of them, but most of them, the wings are something else.
But like, you look at this, like, okay, so, you know, this is molded in this like salmon plastic, right? But that black is a paint app. The purple's another paint app. The blue is a paint app on top of that. You've got the inside of the wings as another paint app, and the silver. And these are all different colors, so like, they're having to go through the process, and they've got a tampo print on it.
And when they repaint the same mold, they don't use the same paint patterns.
Right. Because that's done with like a mask. They actually like physically stick it in a thing that
And they're using multiple masks even for these things to give them different styles and accentuate different parts.
Though honestly, I wouldn't be shocked looking at some of these. I wouldn't be shocked if they were painted by hand.
I mean, some of them are pretty slapdash. It is very possible. You'll have to ask someone who worked at Galoob in 1990. Yeah. 92 to 94.
Where did Galoob make their stuff in 92 to 94? Was it Vietnam or China or...
that just says Louis Galoob.
Toys Inc.
Made in China, off of the tank for the...
There you go.
Full-size ones that we never looked at.
Made in China. A squeaky!
Yay!
Dude, this tank's got a luchador mask on its ass.
No, that's the front.
Oh. Oh, that is the front.
So
tank's got a luchador mask.
It's also got one of the weirdest missiles I've seen, because you push down on the missile to fire it into oblivion. There it is.
Okay, what am I
Make sure it's lined up at the exit hole.
Oh.
And then you have to make sure you push it up a little bit after it comes out, so it doesn't just immediately go. This one might be bent, so no. I'm actually stunned how much I felt that when it hit my neck.
Yeah, I mean, not quite as much as a Nerf rival round, but
yeah, didn't feel like I was in danger or anything, but
this emphasizes 90 toys so much. Even if you just like look at this as a few, you've got like all these like neon colors and stuff like that, and like that's what the 90s was, man. It was crazy colors, and like the toys that they developed in the 90s were they just like threw all sorts of weird shit at the wall just to see what stuck. And that's why the 90s will always be my favorite era for toys. Just bar none.
And I very much have to agree. You know, I barely count as a 90s kid because, you know, yeah, I'm born in the 90s, but I wasn't a kid until almost the 2000s. But Like, there's something about these. It's like I'm sitting here at 32, and these are still fun to me. Especially after I realized that the peg holes in the feet are the same size as Titan Masters. Nice. So you can take your Titan's Return Soundwave, turn them into the disco dance hall, and then put your ZBots in them, and they'll stand right next to your Titan Masters.
That's dope. But anyhow, I think that's pretty much all I've got. You guys can, if you're interested in checking these out, you can check them out on eBay. Was probably going to be your best bet to get any of these.
Transformer Land has started selling these guys too. Actually, that was what sparked me to start looking for them. Actually,
Transformer Land.
Yep.
I was browsing Transformer Land, and there's like one like extremely rare set. It's like $300.
Yes, so the prices there can be steep, but
well, most of them I saw were fairly reasonably priced,
yeah, well,
for a vintage toy. But anyhow, that's about all I've got. Everybody, thanks for watching. If you've made it all the way through to the end, you are freaking amazing, and I love you to bits. To bits. Comment your name so I can just bits on you.
Oh my.
Oh my. But that's about all I got.
Laters, everyone.
All right, everybody stay awesome and be good to each other. See ya.